Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, everyone had come to the realization that Peko was Mahiru's killer. The only one still fighting it is Fuyuhiko, and Chiaki is questioning Peko's motive. This has to be where she starts dropping Sparkling Justice. You know, all that gubbins. This has to be where she starts name-dropping them. I still don't think she is Sparkling Justice. I think it's all a red herring. I think it's to... At this stage, I think the only logical explanation is that she is literally just like, hey, look at me. I'm the crazy serial killer. Do-do-do-do. Look over here. Ignore Fuyuhiko. But... like I said, I think she is the killer, so I don't know why she's so insistent on don't look at Fuyuhiko. There has to be something more going on here. I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know... I honestly don't know what she's thinking. I don't know what she's trying to pull, if there's some sort of scheme or scam that she's gonna try and pull on everyone, but it's curious. It's curious, I'll give it that. So it's about that. Let's see if I must answer that question.
I must say, it was for the sake of justice.
And now she's gonna start quoting all of the shit Sonia said. Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Peko, what is that face? Peko, what is that face? Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Sonia's blushing. Look at her, Sonia's blushing like, oh my god, my hero.
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
She's pulling all of this shit out of her ass, I'm telling ya. This is a load of bollocks.
Hello! Earth to Peko! If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
She thinks she's saving you, but I don't know why, because you're not the killer.
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
I mean, unless he put her up to it, and they're thinking, oh, like, he masterminded it, therefore he would be the killer, so I've got to go extra. I don't know.
This is... could she be?
And no, she's not.
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
Peko, that's not your normal shadow. You don't have horns, Peko.
Justice complete!
Oh my god, the soundtrack. Oh, this is a bop. Again, Sonia, she's literally quoting stuff that you told her.
The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
And there's an emoji.
Now then, let's execute justice!
What?
Are you done? Are you done, Kaz? I'll take that as a yes.
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
I love how everyone's like, okay, no, this is too much. You've gone too far, love.
I am sparkling justice.
If you do an ooh-woo, I will scream.
In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice. What's going on? What's this? Chill. Peko finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask!
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I love the emojis. Also, she's doing a really good job. She's doing a really good job of hamming this up.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Peko is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events! Hey. Hey.
Monokuma, how can you fall asleep at a time like this?
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping! Take a look! It's a killer! Hey. Hey.
He's seen plenty of killers.
This again? Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
She was an accomplice to a murder and she destroyed evidence. What do you think, Kyoko?
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course.
Oh! Oh, hot damn! Oh, I don't like the fact that her eyes are glowing. No. No, I don't like that at all.
In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
Yeah, it's almost like she's going off a textbook definition or something.
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
I don't think so.
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Closing argument. Okie doke. So we have Hiyoko and Mahiru meet. Yeah, Hiyoko, I would assume that goes there. Footprints in the sand. Hiyoko is still sleeping. Mike and... Okay, yeah. Yeah, Hiyoko makes a promise with Mahiru. They're gonna meet up. But someone is listening in. And they put the fake letters and shit. That bit, Hiyoko arrives. And then, or the first one to arrive, yeah. She's chloroformed, picks her up, dumps her in the thing, in the closet. Then, yeah, Mahiru arrives. She's like, oh, and then bam. And yes, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. And then she drags her to the door, takes off. That's not how it went, but okay. And, yeah, drops it next to the body. Goes to the shower. Yeah, gets the stuff from the drinks cabinet. Yeah. Oh, God, what's... I have 8 minutes, so I don't need to worry about stumbling over my words, but yeah, she takes the surfboards out. Yep, Hiyoko wakes up, runs out, and she leaves her footprints in the sand. Then, yep, drops the gummy. Ah! Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Yeah, we've got that. Yeah, the killer forges the 2 letters. Yeah, Hiyoko arrives. And then... No, this would be Mahiru arriving. None of that makes sense. That don't make sense. Yeah, she ties the thing. Okay, stop 3. Back to the beginning. Done that, done that, done that. Yeah, Mahiru arrives. Then puts the mask down. And then, yeah, none of these really work. So yeah, Hiyoko wakes up. And then the last stop. Yep, that's done, that's done. Get the water. Get inside the case.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m. just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder.
Because she was a murdering hoe.
Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon.
Struck the bitchy Mahiru with a specific weapon.
The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house.
No concern about her supposed best friend being dead. She didn't run to get help. She was just like, oh shit, they'll think it's me. Flee! God damn it. I was gonna say Hajime. No, god damn it, Hiyoko. Learn from your past.
Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her.
Admittedly, she doesn't remember. She doesn't remember what happened at Hope's Peak, but still learn.
After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Yama?
I see. And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
Because she's playing the character.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Who helped cover up a murder herself, Hiyoko?
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
She's doing this to hurry everyone up. Everyone is so freaked out that, oh yeah, let's vote for her. But again, I'm like, what's the plan? You are the killer.
There's no way you can kill me.
Because justice is an idea and ideas can't be killed?
Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
Yeah, it was close.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
She's just trying to creep everyone out. The only thing I can kind of think of is that they're banking on the whole, like, okay, he's the mastermind, but I did it, so we're trying to cover each other's backs. That way. I don't...
It's not serious. It's justice! If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice! Hurry and carry on justice!
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
Fuyuhiko might.
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her! However, before we do that...
I did notice Sonia had something to say earlier. She was like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. But, like, I can't remember her exact line, but she kind of trailed off. And she's clearly trying to say something, but this'll be the reveal. Everyone's pushing, like, oh, we gotta vote. And meanwhile, Sonia's like, I don't think she's sparkling justice. I think this is a red herring. Sonia's figured it out. Sonia will have 100% figured it out.
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah, he finally woke up.
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Sonia! Oh my... I wasn't expecting that. I was getting a drink. Sonia! Oh, I like that.
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
Yeah, she's the killer, but she's not sparkling justice. And if you were so wrapped up in, like, oh yeah, she's sparkling justice, da-da-da-da-da, then that does create doubt. Like I said, I still think she's the killer. I reckon what's going on here is because in the version of events I have, I think Fuyuhiko was the one who was doing all the prep. He did all of the prep. He lured, Hiyoko and Mahiru to the beach house. He was probably the one who was using the metal bat. Like, I'm not saying, like, using it to kill her, but he was probably, like, the one holding it, being like, oh, you bitch, you kill my sister, I'll help to at least, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then I think Peko swooped in at the last minute to be like, no, you don't, bitch, I'll kill her instead. Like, so I reckon they're trying to go off the whole, like, okay, he masterminded it, but I technically did the murder, so which of us is really at fault? So I'm trying to protect him. Like, I think that's ultimately what she's going for here. But But yeah, the reason why Sonia's getting involved is because she's realised that's not sparkling justice. And if she was lying about that, then could she have been lying about other stuff?
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
No, she is a serial killer enthusiast. She is.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
Distinct difference?
Where they come from.
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky!
The justiest of justice.
That would be me! Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase. I read it in a magazine in the library. There has only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko, yet it's nationality.
I see!
That's right. According to what Sonia said...
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
If she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
What do you mean written in English? You mean written in Japanese?
Huh?
I guess that's just a thing of translation. People will get confused if we say Japanese, so we'll say English instead. Oh, okay.
Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish.
Aha!
So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
Spanish.
From Spain?
Yep.
What?!
Oh, now she's doing emojis. It's spreading like a virus. All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
I would laugh if she actually came out with it. But I don't think she can.
Would you be able to do that?
I'm gonna take that as a no.
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary.
Oh, that... You know what? That is suitably creepy. That is a suitably creepy place to end this episode. Until the next one, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.